Hello, Donald. It's your long-lost shoulder angel. And the election is upon us. So today I'd like to talk about your record and your legacy. Make America great again is the promise you made in the last election.
I make this promise. We will make America great again.
And lo, I do believe that you have started a movement that will fulfill that promise.
And when you're a star, they let you do it. Grab them by the
Single-handedly, or maybe with both your grubby little grabbing hands, you have galvanized a huge movement of women and men combating sexual abuse and sexual harassment.
Hashtag #MeToo.
Very fine people on both sides.
You are the windy bellows, stoking the fire that has forged the sturdy sword against racial injustice.
Black Lives Matter.
One day it's like a miracle, it will disappear.
Your shambolic, anti-science response to the COVID pandemic has elevated the importance of science in our policy.
Repeal and replace.
Your repeated attacks on the health care of millions of Americans have highlighted the need for further reforms that will provide better, more affordable care for all Americans.
They're rapists, and some, I assume, are good people.
Your ludicrous and racist rantings and machinations against immigrants have provided the impetus to institute a fair and sane immigration policy.
And we are going to drain the swamp.
Your swamp building, plutocracy-friendly swindling has shown a glaring light on the unfettered effects of money on politics.
I told you I will release them as soon as the audit.
Your tax dodgy, anti-American excesses have exposed the ways in which our system exacerbates inequality and favors the wealthy.
But thousands of votes are gathered and they come in and they're dumped.
Your lies about voter fraud and your anti-democratic attempts at voter suppression will usher in protections and reforms that will ultimately make it easier for all Americans to vote.
I think that the next president should make the pick. We don't have a very long distance to wait.
You and the Republicans on Capitol Hill disgracefully pushed through a Supreme Court nominee in the middle of an election, exposing your rampant hypocrisy. The Supreme Court has become a blunt object to bludgeon one's partisan opponents. The American people now see that major reforms are needed to the way we dispense justice. The moral arc bends toward it, by the way.
Global warming and that, and a lot of it's a hoax. It's a hoax.
And your draconian rollback of environmental protections, combined with your withdrawal from the Paris Climate Agreement, have awakened the country to the need for urgent and immediate action to combat climate change. In short, Donnie, you have empowered the majority of Americans to rise up and expel an existential battle cry for the ages, one that will resonate for generations to come, as progressive policies are enacted that will truly endeavor to make America great. Meanwhile, like the Confederate statues you so venerate, you and your toxic legacy will be tossed on the dung heap of history, forever to languish among the flies. Maybe Mike Pence's fly will be there.
Is a great insult.
You are ludicrous.
Highlighted the need for further reform. Highlighted the need for further reform. Yeah. Hey, you yeah. I think I have the COVID. Yeah. And your and your draconian, and your